right, clap sync in 3, 2, 1. Clap.
That was actually a
All
loud one that
right.
time.
Yeah, I try. What's up? How you been?
Brother. God is good all the time, bro. I'll be honest. I think my life's been in a really good place. Since we linked up, spoilers, we didn't see the previous episode, but it happened. It finally
Yup.
happened.
It
The
happened.
hangout left the group chat.
I was able to look this man in his cold, beady eyes.
Bro, you don't know how crazy that is, bro. Because right when I saw you, I was thinking about all the memories I had when I was like 12 years old, bro. To think that we actually met. Because I'll be honest, I never thought it was actually going to happen. Like, I thought it was going to be like forever a dream. Especially after
Yeah,
we
to
stopped
me-
talking. I was like, okay, it's like dead now. There's 0% chance, but like, it is what it is, you
The
know?
dream is dead. Yeah.
But God is good, bro. Like, I've been in good spirits, I feel like, in general.
Hey, I'm glad.
Since coming back. Like, work's been pretty good, too. I think I'm about done with the current project that I'm on. Like, this will be the last week, and then moving on to something new. Maybe getting a full-time offer, finally, soon. So that'd be
What's
awesome.
up?
But I'm in a really
What was
good
your job
place,
before?
honestly. What was that?
What was your job before?
Before I started working at this company, what was I doing?
Yeah.
I worked, Nordstrom.
Oh yeah.
I worked at one of their warehouses.
Okay.
I was
Bro.
a seasonal warehouse worker. I forgot the title, but I was seasonal.
So you might still have this fear, 'cause like that fear's kind of like left me now. But I remember when I first started my first like IT adjacent job, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like actual like towards my career, like towards like what I was interested.
Yeah.
I remember I was so scared of getting fired. 'Cause I was like,
Oh,
bro,
every
I
day,
don't want.
bruh, every
I was
single
like,
day.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go back to the trenches. I don't want to go back to FedEx or
No, that's
Walmart or
real.
McDonald's.
That's so real.
Bro, it's such a big fear to like want to prove yourself to stay. And like, thank God, thank God, I don't have to do that anymore. Like honestly,
Mhm.
like, not even like a joke. Like actually, thank God. But I think I'm at a good point in my career. Well, obviously it's the start of my career, starting one day.
Yeah.
But I think I'm at like a good point, like experience wise, where I don't have to go back to those, I guess like, jobs.
Like the manual labor jobs.
Well, I mean like my job I have now is manual labor, but I mean
Really?
like I guess like, what's the word? Cause like I don't want to demean the jobs too, because honestly like the job is hard work. Like working at McDonald's, working at Walmart, working at like FedEx, it is hard work. It's just like I think it's a different type of level than like what I'm doing
Mm.
and what I want to do.
Just talking about. Are you talking about like blue collar jobs in general?
Cause like right now I kind of am working a blue collar job. I'm talking about like I guess
Really?
like entry level jobs. I guess like McDonald's, Walmart, like
Uh.
those jobs I would say are a lot. They're
Wait,
they're
what is-
stressful in their own ways.
what's
They're
your
stressful in their own
position?
ways.
Or what's your job
Like-
title? I guess is a.
Like currently, I'm
Yeah.
an installer. I would be an installer, like a low voltage tech. I'd be like a
Okay.
technician.
Wait, so is all blue collar just physical things?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a level thing, like.
Like blue collar, like
when I think
like
blue collar, I
white
kinda think
collar or
like-
like office jobs.
Yeah, for sure. I think when I thought blue collar, I thought like kind of like the grunts of a company, you know.
So even though like McDonald's as well.
Or I don't even know. I never thought about McDonald's, to be honest. What that'd be like?
I
I
say
think
that
if you're
wouldn't
just a
be tough.
normal employee, like, yeah, I guess to me that's blue collar. But if you're a manager, then I don't know as much. I don't know what a manager does for McDonald's. Do they just do everything? Is it like work at a pizza place?
You're just in charge of the people, and you kind of have to know what it is. I guess like
Because
if
to me
you're
that's
like,
maybe different, you know.
if you're a
because-
shift manager,
Okay, you know what?
you're.
I
that
think to
sucks.
me, I always split it like, how much you need to know about the company, you know, like grunt level stuff, like what I was doing. I was working at that warehouse. I didn't have to know anything about the company. I just needed to just do my specific
task.
task, and then I'm done. That's it. But like
Yeah.
as you go up higher in the ranks, then you kind of have to understand like managing people, for example, or like when you reach a certain quota, stuff like that. You know, that thing is
Yeah.
like kind of higher level, even if it is maybe still blue collar overall, you know. Like that's just how I imagine
Yeah.
my brain, how I split it up.
Yeah. Well, either way, thank God. Like I'm not at a
The
like,
Thank God
I'm in a
podcast.
secure. I'm in a secure enough position where I don't have to worry about going back to like McDonald's or Walmart or FedEx. Not saying there's anything wrong with them. Like I said, they're like stressful jobs, and those three were literally the jobs that I worked. McDonald's first, then Walmart, then
Yeah.
FedEx. And man, oh man, glad I'm not working there anymore.
That's awesome, bro. Bro, you kind of like reinstilled the fear within me, low key, bro.
Well, no,
I was
man,
chilling.
look, you get over it. You get
But I'm
over it.
thinking about it.
Honestly, like for that first year, I would say I was terrified. I was like, oh man, oh my god. And then especially like when I was debating in my head if I wanted to leave that first company I was working for, I was like, oh
Yeah.
man, what if I have to go back?
Yeah, I'm sure it's really hard leaving
whatever,
your
it's
first
like-
company because you probably do have some security within a sense where like you know you're gonna be fine, like if you stay here. But if you branch out, yes, you could like do better and or get more or whatever you need, right? But
Yeah.
it's like it's a leap of faith, bro, straight up.
Yeah.
Because like if it doesn't work out,
That's
it's
all
like,
it is,
bro,
Miles. It's a leap of faith.
like now it really is, and it's definitely a leap of faith when it comes to like tech stuff because tech is
What
something that you
okay,
can just
Joe?
get into. You know, I mean maybe it's not just tech, but like if I want to work a warehouse job, I can, bro. They don't care who I am. They just want someone who is willing to like do the work. But like tech related jobs, you need to know your stuff for real.
Yeah.
And so if you don't know or if you're like you're not at the level you expect, then like you kind of do have that fear of like, bro, they could just fire me tomorrow when it's over.
Yeah.
Like straight up. And like because you're at the beginning of your career, you don't really have, or not that you don't have any options, but I would just say it's scarier for sure.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Because you're like, well, I don't know if I can go past here, even though obviously you're probably gonna be good, you know.
Yeah.
Straight
Well,
up.
come Monday, next episode, we'll hear about my adventures, dude.
Ooh,
Oh my
yes,
god.
sir. Yes, sir. New arc.
New arc for real, dude. Like I feel like I'm starting a new season of a new show. I'm so
That's how
hyped.
it be, bro. I say
I'm
that all the
so-
time. I refer to like people around me as like seasonal cast members. Like I'll be like, I liked my my freshman year cast a lot. They were pretty good. Season 1, those people were pretty good. But season 4, the current season, bro, those are the best people.
So
Those
then,
are
what
my
would be like
favorite.
the Xbox group chat days or Xbox game days?
Bro,
Was
that's
that,
obviously
like,
season 1, bruh.
that's season 1.
That's
Okay,
obviously
okay.
season 1. I couldn't start earlier than that. Like, if I was to even do before, that would just be like me, Jamal, and my grandma would be like season 1, I guess. But no, the Xbox days were definitely season 1 cast. Season 1 cast was insane, bro.
Goated, yeah.
Really good lineup. And like the season like 4 cast, no, I'm playing. Maybe I'm on like season like 3 now, probably. Season 3 cast is pretty decent, I would say. I
Pretty
do like
good,
this
pretty good.
cast. But I'm excited for the future.
Do you want to talk? Did we talk about Invincible last
No.
episode?
You said
Okay.
you wanted to talk about Rex Showed so bad. You were
Oh
like,
my
come
God, bro.
prepared. And I was like, all right. They didn't say anything about it.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, I guess I wasn't prepared.
Okay. You know
Because he
what?
forgot.
I'm sick and tired of people putting disrespect on the GOAT Rex Splode.
Rex
alright?
Showed.
Rex Splode.
Rex
bro.
Showed.
Nope. Rex GOAT, bro.
Rex Goat.
All right.
That's your invincible goat?
Homie had the balls. To be honest, yeah, he
oh
is.
my
dude.
gosh, bro. You
Especially
watched the show
after-
incorrectly.
Especially after he got shot in the head and he had that little moment, he was like, "Man, I was such a dick to Eve, to you, to Kate, to everybody." He was like, "Man, like I saw my life flash from my eyes." He was like, and I didn't like that. It's like, damn, bro, I felt that. You know what?
Bro, don't
I honestly
say
do
that.
think Rex is somebody that I can relate to very heavily, bro.
Oh my gosh.
Because I do think younger early on, I like honestly, and even still now, obviously I still deal with that, but I feel like I was just an asshole to be an asshole. Like,
Mhm.
and you can make the argument that I was a kid, right? Like I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
But let me tell you, man, I think like obviously mentally, I mean you already know I have issues, right? Tomorrow I have
Oh, we know.
therapy.
I'm gonna be
Tomorrow I
there,
have
bruh.
therapy.
I'm
No, I
gonna
mean,
talk
like,
to her,
like,
bro.
anger therapy. Bro, like okay,
That's the
look,
inside scoop.
look. This is one thing. My freshman year of high school, my mom, and it was something so stupid. I didn't want to go to school, and she told me no. So me being the spoiled ass kid I was, I remember I kind of like yelled at her. I got mad. And you know what I said to her? Like, as she was dropping me off, like, as I was leaving, I was all like, wow, yeah, I see why dad drinks. And I just left.
Bro, is that not a line from like a drama series that's been going on for like 10 years, bro?
Bro,
Oh my
that'd be
gosh.
like season 2. Season 2 was insane,
That's
dude.
that was season
The
2?
character
My god.
Dude, the character development in season 2 has been crazy.
Bro, did season 2 have a good ending though?
It was like, okay, so the ending was like me in a car with a knife against my throat, and then it just like went to black screen, and then season 3
That was the
started off with me
cliffhanger?
being, like, just me being happy. You know what I mean?
Oh my
it didn't really
gosh.
show anything. It was one of those type of shows
Mhm.
or endings, I guess. It showed like the worst part, but didn't
Dang.
actually show it. And then season 3 just started off with like didn't even address it. It was just normal from then. So like it's implied that things happened.
But you got over it. What season are you on now?
Honestly, season 4 probably.
Okay. Okay, yes. Bro, the best season, I
Season
feel like,
4.
bro.
Season
Bro, I was a
4,
guest
especially-
character in
especially
season
today,
4, bro. That's so awesome.
Season 4 starting today. Oh, yeah, sure. Starting a little bit ago. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, so, like, obviously I can relate to Rex, like, being an asshole at first, and then, like, realizing, like, damn, dude, I don't like being a dick to everybody around me. And you know what the worst part is about that, though? Being able to see that change in yourself, or being able to, like, reflect on yourself, like, man, I'm an asshole. Because I've been able to, like, realize that fully since I was probably, I don't know, maybe, like, even when we were playing Xbox together, I was like, man, I'm kind of a dick to Beast. I was all like, I need to, like, not be like this.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad that Rex got his redemption.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's sad that he died. There were other characters
I wouldn't say
that should have
sad.
died, bro. Bro,
Hype is what it
I'm
was,
sad
bruh.
that he died, bro.
I was like, let's freaking go, bro. He's finally at the series. Let's go.
You just hate the character because of the writing, all right? That's
not
But
even
in
true.
Universe,
That's not
in
even
universe,
true, bro.
In universe, he's a good guy, bro.
But
In
it's not
universe,
even the
he's a good
writing that
guy.
does. That's the worst part. It's the voice, dog. The voice kills the
Oh my
entire
God,
character.
just because it's what's his
Jay
face?
Big Mouth. That's his name, bro.
Yeah.
The guy who plays the same role in every single thing that he's in.
Okay, but that's not the character, bro. That's not the character.
It is. He plays the same
that's
character
outside.
every single time.
Whatever.
Literally every time. Bro, when I was reading the Invincible comic, I had no issues with Rex, bro. Straight up. I thought he was actually kind of cool, even. But the show, I can't stand him because of that voice. The voice is so annoying. And, like, bro, like I said, it was cool when he was Jay Big Mouth, right? That was the first time I saw him. That was cool. Then he was in regular show. Okay, also cool, I guess. But now he's Invincible, too. I'm like, all right, bro, you're doing too much. Because you're playing the same character every single time. And I can't get over the voice, bro. Like, to me, he can't possibly develop unless he just changes the way he talks completely. That has to be the change.
Okay.
If he didn't change his
So
voice,
I
then he
feel
didn't
like we're
change to me.
arguing two different things then. So do you have any issues with the character in universe? Or all your problems with the character are outside, like, as a viewer looking in? Because I'm speaking like as if I was like I've used the example before, but if I was a GDA agent and I heard that Rex got shot in the head and he still managed to pull off what he did, I'd be like, okay, that's my goat. That's my goat. But if you're talking about, like, as the watcher, like, what's that guy's name?
Uatu?
Uatu. If you're talking about, like, Uatu, then yeah, I can get why you hate him, because yeah, he is, like, really annoying, and, like, he was an asshole.
I
and
would
it's like,
say
bro,
it's
how did he even
majority the
survive that?
voice for sure, but
God, bro.
I think I really dislike him getting shot in the head and beating the lizard squad guy. Like, the way that played out in the show, I thought was bad writing. That's why I didn't like it. I guess
so
I don't
how did that
care.
work out in the comic then when you read it?
Okay, he did beat him in the comics as well. I meant to rewatch it in the show to be like, okay, why did I not feel so strong about this reading as compared to watching it? But off memory, in the comic, or actually no, in the show, when he got shot, what happened right after?
I'm pretty sure he got down and that guy turned around, and then Rex got up and he was all like, stop, and then he was like, what the hell, how are you still alive? And
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he gets shot, like, again or something like
Okay,
that.
in the comic, what happens is he gets shot, but, like, right as he gets shot, or, like, right after he gets shot, he hits a lizard guy and, like, does the combo on him to take him out. Like, it's like an immediate reaction that he does that. So I feel a little more
it's not
justified with
as
that, because it's
drawn
like,
out.
okay, spur of the moment, you know, like maybe adrenaline was pumping and whatnot, he got it done. But in the show, it's so drawn out. That's like,
Yeah.
really, bruh. Like, this is way too unrealistic. I can't possibly believe that this is how things would play out. But in the comic, it's quicker. I mean, that's maybe it's just because the medium is like, faster.
You know what?
Comics in general.
I get that because I also kind of thought that like okay, look, like I said, it was a really dumb scene. Should he have survived? No. And I to be honest, for the longest time, I actually thought that he was a regular human who just threw bombs.
Me too.
Like, I actually thought that
I did
he was just a
too.
guy who threw explosives.
I didn't know he was
So
enhanced.
and I didn't even know that he was enhanced until probably after that episode. To be honest, because I remember, yeah, I didn't know for the longest time until like this season, because that was what season 2 that happened, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, until like this season 3, I didn't know that he was enhanced. So I do agree with you that scene was very stupid and like, yeah, he should have died. But like I said, bro, in universe, he's the GOAT. Bro, he's done much more than in okay, in terms okay,
Oh
like
my gosh,
if you were to
bro, this
relate
guy.
them, to I guess their standard, right? Like, look, Invincible has gotten his ass kicked so many times, and like Rex was in worse condition, and he was able to finish the job compared to Invincible.
Yep, that's facts.
And that's why he's my GOAT.
That's crazy.
In universe.
Bro, I want to
not
ask
story-wise.
people. Now that you say that, I want to ask people what Invincible character they relate to the most. Because you said Rex, and I just said Conquest the other day is the character I relate to the most, bro. Out of any Invincible character.
Lonely. Oh wait, is that the right guy? Yeah.
And I'm like,
But
I need
you're
to know if
lonely?
everyone else has like unexpected answers for who they relate to the most.
Have you seen people casting J.K. Simmons as Conquest in real life?
J.K. Simmons as Conquest?
Which one's the guy who just beat Mark's ass? That's Conquest, right?
Yeah.
In the season 3 finale? Yeah.
Why
They
J.K.
usually
Simmons?
cast him as Conquest. I don't know.
Wait, is this before the
there's a
show first came
picture-
out or something where they did that?
No, like I've been seeing like fan casts for IRL Invincible, and like most of the times, like since like season 2, I've been seeing those TikToks, and they usually cast J.K. Simmons as Conquest.
And not
And there's a
Omni-Man?
picture of him. There's a picture of him in the gym that they used to
Oh,
like
that
justify
picture.
Yeah.
wait, it's actually really funny. Okay, maybe he could play a good Conquest, actually. 'Cause at first I was like, no, I think he'd do a good Omni-Man in real life, to be honest. But that picture of the gym, okay, maybe that is Conquest, straight up. That's funny. I heard people have been trying to cast Thrag, too, recently. And I don't know what voice would even sound good for him, to be honest. 'Cause I finally got to a point
Bro,
where
a
I've
lot
seen
of people
him
are
now.
disappointed with this voice. I hear
What?
with James Dean Morgan.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan?
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Dom just said that, too. People were hating. They
They
didn't
said
think he was a
that-
good voice.
Yeah, I've seen like 2 or 3 TikToks that's all like fixing his voice, and they give him like a much deeper voice. Or
I was like,
whatever.
bro, I thought he was awesome, to be honest.
I thought it was fine.
I
Absolutely
liked
fine.
it. I know the internet just want to hate. You know what's crazy, bro? Like, I feel like the internet just hates to hate sometimes. But, like, when I hate, it's justified, you know? Like, I know how to hate, but no one else does. They hate on things that, like, are just so stupid or, like, so inconsequential. Or they're just wrong.
Mhm.
But when I hate, I'm like, yep, this is law. Season 3 was trash.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's how I be feeling. I think I'm still even done with Invincible. Like, I think I still won't watch.
Bro, you're so lame,
Season
dude.
4. Bro,
Why do you do that? Why
Bro,
do you
I
do that?
think the show sucks, bro.
Why do you do? Okay, but at least give
Like,
season 4. a
not
chance.
just season 3. I think all Invincible sucks for the most part.
So you're gonna read the book to the beginning or to the end, right? Like that's your plan.
I'm almost done. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll finish it.
The whole series.
Yeah.
Wait, actually?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! How quick do you read, brother? Because the other day we were reading and you were just at the Invincible War, and that was like.
Oh yeah, I was.
That's
yeah.
what chapter 97, and how many total chapters are there? 141.
That was sooner. That was. Conquest shows up like chapter like 50, maybe like around there.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Like 50, 60, so around there. I'm at 111 now.
My God.
I'm close. I got like 30 more issues left, and then I'm done.
Jeez. And you read them?
Mm.
You don't like skim pages? You don't do my method?
I.
I'm just kidding.
The only times that I've been skimming has been. I won't spoil. I guess I won't say any names, but there's this one character
Is it
who
Amber?
like who talks a lot, and like the
Is
stuff
it
they
Alan?
say is like grunt stuff. Like
Is it a new character or is it an existing
it's an
character?
existing character. It's like
Is it Alan?
bro, stop. It's like grunt stuff. They don't say anything that
Is it
I care
Alan? Just
about.
tell me it's Alan. Just tell me it's Alan. Yes or no?
No, it's not Alan. But it's
Okay.
like grunt stuff, and I'm like, I can skip this. So like, their conversations I skip sometimes, but
Bruh.
or just like small sections, like maybe like two bubbles, maybe I skip. That's it. But no, I read everything for the most part. And sometimes I just be lingering at that art too, bro. The art is so good. Like the art is buns at the beginning. It's so ugly, so gross. But now I love it.
Okay, so for the most part, then I guess season 3. How much has it strayed off from the story?
Okay, so plot wise, season 3 was pretty faithful, I would say. Meaning like the stuff you saw happen in season 3 is pretty much what happened in the comics. Like the Invincible War did end up happening.
So then, how can you get mad, bro?
What do you mean, bro? It's not all about plot. First of all, what do you mean? All I specified was just the plot. It was faithful.
So okay, so wait, so okay, so why do you hate season 3 then?
Okay, I didn't say I hate it, but it is dog ass.
But if they're doing exactly what they're doing in the comics, and you like the comics,
no. I said plot wise, meaning like plot points are the same. So like, let's say Mark gets beat up in the comic, he gets beat up in the show as well, but it goes deeper than that. For example, this isn't for season 3, but just in general, Mark gets his ass beat way harder in the show than he does in the comic. Like, if Mark is getting his ass beat in the comic, it's like he got punched a few times, he's laid out. In the show, it's like he gets beat on 20 times in a row, and then he just takes it for like an extended period of time. Like, same plot is happening, right? This is the same thing that happened in the comic, but the way the show drags it out changes it in that level, you know? And that's something I don't like in particular, how much he gets his ass beat, which is actually a thing because the show wants to be so violent. It pisses me off when Mark gets beat up, I noticed. Like, not that the comic isn't violent, but the show is way more violent things happen. And so, like, you can't just have someone get beat up. They have to be, like, demolished completely. Like, unrecognizable. And sometimes that can piss me off. And that's an aspect where I say, like, I don't like the way the show does compared to the comic. Like I said, same plot points, but things play out a little different, you know? Here, I'll give another example, actually.
Okay.
Eve's and Mark's relationship is so forced in the show. It is not natural at all. I think it is completely forced, where it's like, okay, the example I'm talking about, the plot points are the same, right? They do end up getting together, but the reasoning for it is different between the two. Like, how we get from point A to point B, that changes. Point A and point B still exist, but how we get there, that's what's different about the two things a lot. I would say they change the way things happen, and some of it doesn't make sense if you don't read the comic. Like, why is Mark in love with Eve at this point in the show?
Well, I think it's because he's had a crush on her since like season 1, and I think it was just like a wrong timing thing, like how she was with Rex, and then she got with Amber, and then she broke up with Rex, but he was still with Amber, and now that they're both single, they're both realize like, man, I actually like this other person. And then I think like what made them fall in love was because they both are superheroes. They both understand like their stuff, and I think they actually do a good job of showing that like, yeah, these people do work out for each other, because like that episode where they try to, I think it's like 2 episodes where they try to do a date, and it keeps on getting like interrupted, and then like they're both fine with it, or she's fine with it and he's fine with it too, because they both know that like work comes first. So like I would say that that's what's made them cement, like that's what cemented their relationship with each other.
Okay, that makes sense. I think that is right for the most part, but I don't think the level the relationship has gotten at this point makes sense. I don't think that it makes sense for them to love each other at this point. I don't think either of them should have love for each other based on where we're at in the story. Not related to like the comics. It's just like purely based off the show. Um, I don't see why Eve would love Mark. Really, I don't think they really showed her having that level of affection for him throughout the series. I feel like she was really doing her own thing, like the whole time. And then, how did they even get together? Even what even happened? I'm trying to even remember now.
I actually think it's.
I feel like anxious right now. My brain's getting confused at the different like timelines that I've witnessed.
That you've seen.
Yeah,
I actually think it's kind of justified because they were friends for the longest time.
Okay, that's fair.
And I feel like when you have that friend, okay, so this is just me speaking from experience, but like me and my wife, we were friends for the longest time, and then like I feel like our relationship moved super quickly once we got like when we went from friends to dating, like we moved super quickly just because we already had that history of being friends. And I kind of feel like Mark and Amber, what I say, Mark and Eve had the same thing where like they were friends for the longest time, and you know, as soon as they start dating, it seems
oh my god, look at the audience, bruh.
It seems progressive.
Get your ass out of here, bro.
Like to us, it seems like it was out of nowhere, or it seems like it's quick just because we, you know, obviously we weren't friends with them. You know what I mean? But like for them to, it's like it's just like natural.
Okay.
Because they have that friendship history.
Okay, but I think for me, I don't like that because they were like established. I feel like as platonic friends at the beginning. And I
don't think so. I think you're wrong with that.
I think for the show 100% they were established as platonic.
I'm about to go watch season 1.
I don't think it was pushed on both sides. I do not think it was pushed that like
I'll give you that.
That they both had feelings for her like that. I think it was more so just like I don't even remember what Mark even said about her. Maybe he liked her a bit at the beginning. Yeah.
I was gonna say
I'm like maybe he did something at the beginning, maybe, but overall they were just friends, straight up. Like I guess they could have been something potentially because they're both superheroes, but like bruh, that's the only reason. To me, that's forced. And then as you go further into it, I don't even think they really like had special moments together that would have pushed it to be like, yeah, I could see them getting together. Like, what's something that happened before they started dating where you're like, yeah, I could see them getting together for sure?
The fact that
like to me, I don't have that.
It
really
goes off
for
their
them.
friendship.
But I feel okay. Here, I might say a hot take right now. I think that guys don't have to like the girls that they're friends with. They can just be friends with them and leave it at that.
Well,
it doesn't have
obviously,
to go beyond that.
But I think in this way, it's just because, like, I also do think that Mark just found her attractive at first, and then obviously, like, like I 100% feel like if she was single at the time, he would have asked her out. Did I say if Rex was single, she would have asked him out? if Eve was single, single,
even if that's fine because, at that point they're just getting to know each other, right? I don't mind that. I don't mind if like it's spur of the moment. You're like, okay, this woman is attractive. I want to ask her out. I want to get to know her better. You know, I think that is perfectly fine. However, if you've known her as a friend for this long, then you break up and it's like, okay, now I actually do want to date this chick. I think there needs to be a reason for you to make that switch because he even loved Amber too. Is one thing. Like if he didn't give a fuck about Amber, it'd be different. It'd be like, okay, well clearly he was just like buying his time, right? So he can move on to the next thing. But
yeah.
I think he really loved her, so it would make sense for him to like give it some time or something, right? And then do his own thing, like pursue like what he actually feels, right? I don't think that like he broke up with her and he was like, oh man, I really love Eve. I have to get with Eve.
I don't think it was that. What I think made Mark like have, because what you're saying is right. Like he was like, man, I love Amber. I think what made him realize like, man, maybe Eve would be better, or like what made him like get eyes on Eve was the fact that the reasoning that him and Amber broke up was because she was getting mad that he couldn't balance the superhero and whatever, like superhero and like normal life. Like he didn't have enough time to do both. But then I feel like when he started hanging out with Eve, and like he was able to kind of like ditch her for like superhero stuff, because at that time she wasn't actively doing superhero stuff. She was prioritizing her normal life rather than superhero stuff. So I feel like Mark saw that like if they were hanging out as people, he was able to ditch her and she would be understanding of it. He was like, oh wow, like she gets me. She
Okay.
knows like
And then
this
what
life
about
is.
Eve?
So I feel like that's what made him. Well, kind of vice versa, I guess.
Was
like
that
she's
shown
the only,
though?
she's the only guy who's understand. Well, I don't think it's shown, but I think it was implied.
And that's why I don't like that. I think there was not
Bro,
enough
they
reasoning.
have to show everything.
No, there needs to be reasoning though. It can't be like reader. It can't just be that like viewer is like, well, I guess that makes sense. Let's do that. It's like, no, I think if this wants to feel real, then you need to give me not even just substantial evidence, but just
I'm
like
about to rewatch season 2,
worthwhile. Bro, I might rewatch it because I want to know now because I'm genuinely asking you questions like this because I don't remember straight up why they would get to the point that they loved each other. That didn't make sense to me. If they liked each other, okay. If Mark
I think
liked
it did make
Eve,
sense.
that's fine. But for Eve to like Mark the way she does, and for them to get so close, maybe so fast in their relationship, I don't think makes sense. Maybe this is like an off-screen mining thing, right? Like you were said, like we don't know everything that actually happened between them, right? Who knows? Like the episodes just show what
it's not like an
they
off-screen
show,
thing. It's
but-
like it's like a friendship thing. They were friends first, and then they became lovers. And I feel like those, well, I guess,
But
like
they
I said,
weren't
again,
even like super close
speaking
friends.
from experience.
They were just friends. That's why I don't think it really makes sense. Like imagine
I
if
guess that's true.
if-
They weren't. It wasn't like his relationship with
Like imagine if Mark had
right?
another female superhero friend, like, or I guess Duplicate's already with people, but no, let's say she broke up with Rex, right? And he was like, "Oh man, she's my friend and she's a superhero. I should probably ask her out. She's cute."
I don't think they were ever friends though.
It'd be like, okay, this is kind of random. Okay, I was going to say if he had another friend. Okay, that makes it even worse. Let's say his only female friend is Eve, right? For him to be like, okay, well she's a female, and she's a superhero, and we're friends, so we might as well get together. To me, I'm like, okay, I feel like that was just process of elimination and not like you actually like this person for real. And like getting together based on that is fine inherently, but the way that they love each other at this point doesn't make sense based on that. That's my real issue. I'm fine with them getting
You're
together.
saying in the
I
comics
guess,
it does
but
though?
for them to get together?
Yeah.
The comic, I think, plants more seeds than the show does, I would say. I think the comic plants a lot more seeds
So I was
than
gonna
the
say
show.
you can also
but-
justify like I don't think it's the show's fault necessarily. I think it's the fault of television and like the way that television does storytelling. Because you can also make an argument for like him and Rex being friends. Because like I don't know if
Are they friends?
I guess I'm talking about like TikToks I've seen, but I've seen like stuff like Mark lost one of his best friends or what like stuff when Rex died. But in my head I'm like, were they even really friends?
Yeah, were they
though?
friends?
And it's like, and it shows that they have like a good relationship because if you see that episode, like the first episode of season 3, like him and Mark are like joking around and they're like, oh man, Cecil, he lost his hand, man, like can we do anything about it?
Mhm.
Like you can see that they clearly have a good friendship, and I
Yeah.
feel like it comes out of nowhere, and from then on like it showed like Rex is like, man, Mark needs us, especially when he's getting his ass beat by Cecil, and then like obviously like they leave the Guardians like for Mark kind of in a way.
Yeah. Mhm.
I feel like that was forced out of nowhere, but the way that I justify in my head, it's like, all right, this is obviously TV. They can't show every little bit of thing, so like that's like some off-screen, probably
Off-screen
friendship stuff that
mining.
happen. Yeah. Actually, yeah, low key, that's like off-screen mining. That's a really good term.
Okay, but with that example though, you know what? This is why I think the evidence still matters because I didn't even know I would consider them friends, but you bringing that up was like, okay, maybe there is some evidence towards that. However, bro, Mark was smiling at Rex's funeral, bro.
Oh my god, bro.
Bro, do you know how awesome that is? That means even though there was evidence that they were friends, bro was probably not that close to him. Straight up. That's like the like proof that like yes, he probably cared about him. I mean, he showed up at the funeral in the first place, right? And did the whole song and dance, but ultimately
Okay.
his mind was on other things, and that makes sense because what we were shown. To me, it would not make sense if he actually cried. That to me would have been forced. If he was like sad and shit, being like, "Oh no, I lost my best friend in the whole world, Rexplode," that would be forced because maybe you could infer it because they talked, they did all these adventures together or whatever, all the banter, whatever happened. But realistically, Mark should not care that much, and he didn't, and that makes sense. That I thought was good.
Okay, you know what? If you want to talk about showing, fine. Then Mark,
Oh, Lord, oh,
Debbie,
Lord, oh, Lord.
Debbie has an Indian sister. All right. that first episode of season 3, we see that there's an Indian Debbie. They use the same model for Debbie.
What are you talking about?
And I'm just trying to make an argument.
I don't know what the hell bro talking about.
All right. Well, I'm a transition. All right. So anybody here who needs good recommendations, all right, 100% can justify or can recommend reading the original Jurassic World book. So if you're a Jurassic Park fan, 100% read the Michael Crichton or whatever that stupid guy's name.
For the two Jurassic
read the first
World
book.
fans.
It's a good book, all right? Really good book. And then if anybody is a Hunger Games fan, I can also recommend the new book that just came out. Super good. I'm just about to finish it. I'm on like the last 2 chapters. So freaking good, bro.
Yeah, if you like actually good content, go read Invincible, guys. Forget the show, drop it, delete everything you've learned from that. Go read Invincible from issue 1 to issue 144. That's all you need.
Oh my god, bro.
I know ball, bro.
Bro, you're one of those normie moviegoers that like the book is actually better.
You know what's so sad, bro? The fact that I have become the book was better kind of person. Because as a kid, people used to always say the Harry Potter movies are shit. Like, the book is so much better, or the books are so much better than the movies. And like, being a kid and only seeing the movies, I'm like, you guys are retarded. The movies are so freaking good, bro. You guys are just nerds who like to read. That doesn't mean that they're bad at all. And then I got older, and I started being a guy who consumed the source material for things a lot. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is infinitely better than the show. And like, the first time it happens, it's like, okay, it's just one time where this is the case. But then it's like, everything that I read for something that's like a movie or a show, everything I read is always better. And I'm like, oh dear God, I'm actually one of these people, bro, who thinks that the,
have you read the Harry
book
Potter
is
books?
better. No, I never have actually. Mm-mm.
Oh,
I still hear the books are better.
They're really good. Okay. Speaking as a guy who's read the source material, all right, I hate those type of people, bro. Like, okay, look. Right now, I like I said, I just read the Jurassic Park book, right? The Jurassic Park book is way better than the movie, yes, but the movie is still good because it does things its own way. You know what I mean? Like, if you love the way I see it is, I now have 2 different sets of knowledge of something that I love.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I love the idea of Jurassic, like the idea of a man tries to contain dinosaurs and they escape. I now have 2 different sets of stories in my catalog.
Yeah.
Like, in my brain, I own that now.
Mm-hmm.
And like, same thing with the Harry Potter books. I've only read up to book 5, which is I'm currently reading book 5, Order of the Phoenix, right? You've seen all the movies, right?
Mm-hmm. Twice.
You know the Wizard one, where they do like the Wizard tournament, the Tri-Wizard Cup, and they do like challenges and stuff.
Yeah.
That movie, like up to that point, like the first 3, they were pretty similar, like plot wise. They added, like, I feel like the books had obviously a little bit more lore because they're books. They can go into more explanation. But book wise, like for book 4, Goblet of Fire, the book is different from the movie completely. Like,
really?
They have the same plot points. They just take different paths to get there.
Bro, didn't we just talk about this, bro?
Well, it's really cool.
Funny.
So I in my head, I now have these 2 stories of Harry that goes through the Tri-Wizard tournament. He just goes through 2. In my head, it's 2 different adventures he goes through, which is cool to have, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, and actually, you know, something that's really interesting. I would highly recommend people like who really like, because I watched the movies first, then I read the books. Like, I would highly recommend reading both and watching them, just so you can kind of compare what you like. Because like, my favorite Harry Potter movie is Prisoner of Azkaban, but my favorite book is the 4th one. I actually didn't like the book version of the movie at all. I thought the movie was better. You like the book version of which one? Prisoner of Azkaban.
And then you preferred
the 3rd one.
You preferred which book?
I prefer Goblet of Fire. Like I don't like, so like the 3rd movie is my favorite movie of Harry Potter. I don't like the 3rd book. I think the 3rd movie is better than the 3rd book.
Okay.
And then in terms of book wise, so far the fourth one has been my favorite, just because it's so different from the movie counterpart.
Yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah.
So
I think
I'd recommend to anybody who likes Harry Potter to read the books, or like if you've only done one media, do both, just because you get like double the story, and there's no
yeah.
nothing
You
wrong
brought
with
up
that.
a good point with that, with like the two canons thing, of like, it's not like you're missing out because the movie does something different or the show does something different than the book, whatever it may be. Because like sometimes it's just like two tellings of the same story, you know. And like
Yeah.
I'll even use Invincible as an example. When Omni-Man and Mark fight, I think the tone is much different between the show and the comic, but I like them both. I don't think that one is necessarily better than the other because they're not trying to do the same thing, you know? They're going for different things, and now these are both like two possible like takes that I have of like how things played out. I'm not even like mix them where I'm like I imagine the show fight is what happened in the comic, you know? Like that's my headcanon now. That's like my brain what actually happened in universe.
Can you explain the tone shift? Because I'm actually kind of interested in that. Like, I was expecting that too. Because like in my head, how can you have different fights? I get different tones of that.
Okay, so the comic, and this is in general, not even just his fight. The comic in general is a lot.
Oh wait! Spoiler warning! Spoiler warning for anybody who hasn't read Invincible yet.
What do you mean? This is stuff that happened in the show.
Oh, okay, my bad.
No, I'm talking about season 1. So even though I just said the entire comic, but the comic is a lot more emotionless / flat in a lot of moments. Like the show definitely gives more impact when things happen. For example, when Mark was like, "I don't give a shit about Viltrum," in the show, right?
Such a good line.
Like in the comic, he might say that same thing, but it comes off as like, "I don't care about Viltrum," and that's it. Like, "I don't care about Viltrum," blah blah blah, says the rest. Like it's just another line that he says. But in the show, those like individual moments have more impact because like he's raising his voice, right? And like comics can have exclamation points or like bold words, but
yeah, that's just the fault of the medium that you're doing. To be honest,
I wouldn't say fault per se. But
because it's
just
like
a given.
Okay,
based on
there's
the medium.
no. Well, yeah, exactly. Like, there's no way you can make a book have as much, I guess, emotion. I think
it's just the way they're conveyed.
Using the wrong words. Well, yeah, like I feel like a movie or a show or something that's like physical that you can actually see and hear is gonna be different than something that you're reading.
Yep.
Always.
That's right.
Like
yeah.
emotion wise, and that's not like the comic's fault. It's just the fact. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't even say it's a fault thing per se because sometimes that works. Like I was saying for Invincible, Omni-Man in the comic does not raise his voice or yell pretty much the entire fight. He is so nonchalant about every single thing that he says and does. Actually. And like in the show, he definitely like gets really emotional, yells and whatnot. Like, "What will you have after 500 years?" And like nothing is okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with the comic for like being so flat because it just tells like a different story. Because like the comic basically tells you that he is this emotionless alien. Like this does mean nothing to him. He can just restart and have another kid if he wants. Like he can just end it here and just keep going. But in the show, it's more like he's really pissed off that Mark would even defy what his people want him to do. Like this is so stupid, and it really angers him and like irks his soul that Mark would even think to do this. And so you get kind of two perspectives. Like one where it's like he's so committed to this that it pisses him off even that Mark goes against him, or one where he's like, "Okay, you decide to go against me, too bad. Like it sucks for you then, straight up. I'm not gonna make it a big deal. I'm gonna move on, go complete my mission still." And that's something I like a lot about considering both the show and the comic. Like I'm done with the show, I said now, but seeing the differences between the two, because you kind of get two takes, like I said, about the same experience.
I just like lost my train of thought.
Yeah, I was like, I figured you had something you wanted to say.
No. I'm actually like, my brain just went completely empty. So, what's new with you?
Yo, mama.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yes.
Have you? So, have you finally given the album a complete listen or like another listen?
Playboy Cardi?
Yeah.
Bro, that shit is ass. Literally, bro. That shit is ass. It is shit and it is ass. That shit is ass. Straight up, it is garbage. I like 3 songs. Might delete one, low key. It is not good, bro. Straight up. It's made for like 15-year-olds who think that Playboy Cardi is the greatest artist of all time and who just eat up that garbage, bro.
Did you ever think he was like? Okay, to me,
The
he
GOAT?
will always be and has always been like a B tier character, or maybe A tier. I guess A tier. Like if like Kendrick is S, then he's always been like an A.
He used to be S tier. He used to be the GOAT for real. I can't even lie. Like,
Did you think he was better than Uzi?
Better than Uzi?
Cause like in
In
my
terms of what
head,
does that mean?
I don't know, just better. Like
I mean, that's
like
art.
If
Like,
like
do I think
if
Drake
I were
is
to
better
say
than
put Uzi ahead or put lower. If I were to say okay 1, 2, give Uzi a number, give I was gonna say Kid Cudi, give what's his name, Lil Wayne, give Cardi a number 1 or 2.
Who's a better rapper, you're saying?
Just assign numbers, just off the top of your head, 1 or 2.
I guess Uzi because I like him more, but like, I don't know if I think about them like
it's
that.
It's just like that. It's just like that. Like that's how I looked at it. Not like analyzing their song. Just like at the end of the day, who's my number 1?
No, I don't really see it like that. Because not like I had to pick between one. You know, I can have them both.
Well, yeah, of course.
Same for like every other
like,
artist. Like, I don't think like, oh, Kendrick Lamar is so much better than Playboy Cardi. I'll only listen to Kendrick because he's better. It's just like, what mood am I in? Playboy Cardi? Okay, listen to that. Kendrick? Listen to that. So I don't even see the need to compare the two really. But no, Playboy Cardi was a actual GOAT, like top tier artist to me at one point in time. I think Dial It is one of the 5 greatest albums ever created. I think it's awesome. I really, really love it. And I'm so sad that he just like threw it away. He actually had like the world in a chokehold, or at least he had the potential for it. But he threw it all away. Just be a weirdo, bruh. He doesn't even raise his kid, but bro, I got to the age now. Not raising your kid is so corny, bro. I'm gonna be honest. That shit is not cool, bro. Doing your own thing and just leaving your wife to be a single mom, no, bro. We don't rock with that at all. That makes you so lame.
So, I'm not gonna lie. Off of Dial It, I probably have. Let's see.
I can tell you right now what you got.
1, 2,
You got Shuda.
3.
You got Long Time. And do you have more than that?
I was say I have Shooter.
Bro said
Never
Shooter.
heard
Why do you say with a
Long
hard R, bro? Do not say that,
Okay.
bro.
Shooter.
Shoota.
I have Shooter,
You got Long Time.
and I've never heard Long Time.
Oh, really? Do you have another one from that album?
I do.
Okay,
I
wait,
have Pull Up.
wait, hold up. You have another one that's not Long Time, really.
I have 3 others. 3 others.
Do you have Flatbed Freestyle?
Yep. I have
Oh my
Flash
gosh, you
Freestyle.
actually have that. You're insane. I didn't expect that.
That's a good one. What?
It is. No, I'm saying it's bad. I'm saying I didn't expect that.
Well, yeah.
I didn't think you would like Flatbed Freestyle.
What?
Bro, I slept in that song for years. Dialect came
I've
out,
always
what,
had this on my
2018,
playlist.
bro? You know when I got into Flatbed Freestyle? I got into Flatbed Freestyle, like, 2023.
I actually would say Wait, actually, I can see when I added songs to my playlist. Let me go check. Flat.
I can tell you
Is
the day
it
I
on my
added to my
playlist
playlist.
since date added. It doesn't show.
It took me a long time. Just to get like this. Oh, never mind. 2022. Bruh, September 22nd, 2022 is when I finally got into Flatbed Freestyle.
How'd you see?
On PC, Spotify.
Yeah, I'm on PC. I'm on PC. I'm on
There's just a date added. There's a date added thing. There's number, title, album, date added, and then the length of the song.
Oh, here, a date added. Oh shoot. Wait, what? What did you say?
September 22nd, 2022.
Okay, thank God. February 18th, 2019. I'm
Yeah.
an old head.
Bro, I was so late to it. And it was because, bro, I thought Flatbed Freestyle was like the corniest song in the world because the intro, bro.
Bro,
The
what?
boop, 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 boop. I was like, bro, this shit lame, bro. I'm not giving this a
You didn't
listen
like that Minecraft intro?
whatsoever. That Minecraft intro. I was like, no, this is ass. I'm not gonna just listen. But, bruh, sad to say, but I think I was just high one day. I was just listening to Playboy Cardi. That song came on. I was like, holy Jesus, y'all have been sleeping on this song, bro.
Bro, Jared, we've been.
This
I guess the other
this
two.
song is so good. Other two? What? You have
Yeah.
4 songs from Dialect?
Shooter.
Okay, you got Shoot and Flatbed Freestyle.
Freestyle.
I'm gonna say. Do you have Chopper Won't Miss?
Nope.
Ah, damn.
Never even heard that one.
R.I.P.?
These 4 are the only 4 I've heard. Nope.
What? Love Hurts for sure.
Nope.
You're lying.
Nope.
There's Poke It Out?
Dude, you're skipping a bunch. You're close to Flatbed Freestyle. All right, you're close. All right. There's 19 songs. Flatbed
But
Freestyle
I'm
number 14.
guessing based on the ones I think you would like. I'm
Okay,
thinking.
I'll tell
I'm thinking
you.
your
I'll
brain
tell
just
you.
saw
I'll
okay
tell
featuring
you.
Travis Scott. Boom, I added. No, don't tell me. You said not R.I.P. Not Love Hurts. Not Poke
That's crazy.
It Out.
I haven't heard the Love Hurts one, to be honest. I did.
Bro,
see
the
the
beat
Travis
is
Scott,
so
but I didn't
fire in
think
that
about it.
song. Oh my gosh.
You know what? I'm gonna add it.
Do
I'll
you
add it.
have
That's
Foreign?
nice. Nope.
I have no idea what the other 2 songs are. I have no clue. Straight
Where's
up.
Foreign? All right, let me add that one. I have Mileage and Pull Up.
You're weird, bro. You're so weird.
That's a mileage.
That's
Miley Cyrus.
crazy.
Mileage.
Those are
You
2.
don't like
You
that
don't
song?
have R.I.P., bro.
I've never heard them, bro. I've never heard them.
You don't have Love Hurt and you don't have Poke It Out.
Ah, man, it's such. You know what? Hold on. Let's stop talking about music, bro. Because we could have done a Playboy Cardi episode. It would have been so good.
Well, we still can, bro. We still can. He dropped a
Yep,
new album
those
now.
are-
We got more
those are
things
the
to talk about. And by that I mean 0 things to talk about because the album was garbage.
So what did you? Wait. So have you heard? Oh wait. What's his original one? The one where that Playboy Cardi, like the original songs from the like Woke Up Like This. And,
Self-titled?
Oh yeah, it's just his name, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So I only have 3 songs from there. Can you guess which 3?
You have Magnolia, Location, and Woke Up Like This.
I have Magnolia, Woke Up Like This, and Lookin'. I don't have Location.
And Lookin'.
Never heard it. Never heard Location.
Really? I'm
Nope.
surprised. Wow. Are they going to say
Or I guess,
Location or New Champa? Those are my guesses. But I was like, I know obviously you have Woke Up Like This and Magnolia, which are like the most
Bro, you
popular
gotta
songs.
have Woke Up Like This, bro.
I listened to that song the other day. It is still so good. Oh, or I forgot if I said it. But that's an example of artists like together on a song starting their verse the same way. Like I brought that up. I like when artists do that.
Oh, I think they like me. Yeah, they like
And My White Tee. They both do that in that song. That's an example. I think it's awesome when you do that. I think it makes a song feel really put together. You know what I'm saying?
That synergy. Bro, Lil Yachty is still dropping music, bro. Don't nobody want to hear you.
Bro, he's fire though. You're sleeping.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
He's
Dude,
actually,
actually,
a
to be
dope-
honest, he's one of the people that I haven't really listened to. Like, when I guess he was popular, like in 2016, like I kind of avoided him just because that's what I would see that everybody else would listen to.
Dang, he was too popular.
So his like Lil Boat
Suffering
album,
from
the only
success.
3 I have, or no, I only have 2 songs off of Lil Boat album. Can you guess which 2?
I only have 2. Minnesota and One Night.
Oh yeah, that's that's the same one. I only have Minnesota and One Night.
I've never given it a listen before.
I've never
Back
listened
then,
to the
okay, when I
album.
was younger, I didn't dive into artists really. Like, if they had a song on the radio, I'm like, that was pretty good. I'll add it. But I never like heard a really good song and thought, yep, let me actually hear this guy out all the way. Only guy that was like that was Uzi. That was it. Nobody else.
Yeah, that's kind of how I was too.
Everyone else was just like, the song's good, I guess, but I'm not gonna like really go. But like, honestly, kind of like you, if the song is good, I'll hear about it eventually. Someone's gonna play it around me, or I'm gonna hear it on Instagram or something. I'll know eventually. But there's no need to search out and listen to garbage.
That's the way to do it.
But now I'm more willing to hear the garbage.
That's the way.
Nah, I don't care.
Nah, I definitely do wish that I had the brain capacity to like actually listen to albums and stuff. Cause I feel like it's more enjoyable than what I do, to be honest.
Probably, because albums are experiences if the artist tries, you know?
Well, yeah, exactly.
It's not even just about like adding songs to your playlist sometimes. Like Lil Yachty's Let's Start Here, the like AI album one, or the AI cover that he did for that album, that one. That one's really good, and I don't usually listen to the songs on their own, but the album as a whole was an incredible experience. Like easily one of my most enjoyable album experiences, like listening experiences of all time. And it's not even my favorite album.
Wait, listen to what?
Let's Start Here. That was the album. That one was an amazing experience. And that's probably just because I love psychedelic music. So I thought it was really, really cool. And I don't listen to most of the songs individually very often. Not really. But it is so freaking good. I cannot lie.
Why am I? Sorry, I got distracted.
Alright, thanks for coming to the podcast, guys.
What
Episode
is
13.
my oldest? What the hell? The oldest song I have added on my playlist for some reason it just says from 2018. Even though I know I've had this playlist for a lot longer.
What is your OG playlist?
Yeah, it's my old. Yeah.
I think the first song
Anyways.
I added was probably Caroline, if I had to guess, top of my head.
My first one was a Drake song.
Oh, never mind. My first was Bad and Bougie.
My first was a Drake song for sure. I know.
My third was a Drake song. Can you guess what Drake song was the first one that I added? This was in 2017.
Controlla.
Ooh, that was my second actually. Oh, that was a really good guess. Holy Jesus. You're insane.
Was it One Dance?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was One Dance.
I'm pretty sure that was mine.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason
It was
why I
One
didn't
Dance,
say
then
that.
Controlla, then Too Good, then Hotline Bling. Low key, I got into Too Good. Do you know that song? The Drake one with Rihanna?
Oh yeah, I'm way too good.
Bro, I got into that one low key
Dude, that
really
song's good.
early, and that song is a banger. That might be the first like
the
hidden
way I
gem
heard
I
about
feel
it
like
was
I
because
knew.
of I saw.
I'm too good to you.
I actually didn't even hear that song. There's a. Have you seen that stupid?
Oh, God.
It's like Kermit dancing. It's like a guy in a car with Kermit, and he's making Kermit like sing to certain songs.
Baby.
Anyways, there's a part where it's all that part in the song was like that part in the song where Drake's like, you gotta take time like this, pop up your bona, sit down, bonita, let me see if there's something I can fix. Six. He makes Kermit like mimic that, and like that was like, dang, that part's good. And I went to go find the song, and that's how I like found it.
Wait, really? Wow, that's awesome. 66666.
What's your So let's see, what's coming out like soon, movie wise?
Thunderbolts, Asterisk.
Oh yeah. What's your prediction on Thunderbolts?
Movie is probably going to be ass. I am going to watch it.
I'm actually kind of excited for it.
You and the Armor Wars, bro. Oh my gosh.
Okay. I'm looking at it as this is actually in my head, this is an MCU project first, not a comics project. It's not like a Thor movie.
Oh, you're right. You're right, actually.
It's because they're using characters
so right.
They're using characters that have been established MCU wise, their lore.
Yep.
Like Yelena and Red Guardian and whatever.
And Ghost and Taskmaster.
Yeah.
And James Buchanan Barnes, is that his name?
So, I'm excited for this MCU movie, not this comic movie. Where, No Way Home, I was excited, as a Tobey Maguire fan. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or, Civil War, I was excited as, a Civil War fan. I was like, man, what are they going to do? How are they going to adapt the comic?
Yep. I see what you mean. For sure. Honestly,
Armor Wars.
I think I don't
Armor
care.
Wars. I was excited as, a...
I think I don't care about Thunderbolts. Actually, yeah. I guess I don't care about it. I will watch it. I think it's going to be ass, but I don't care about it. Because I can't even imagine what would the plot of the movie be that'd be worth watching, you know? Because let's go back to Captain America, for example, right? That movie I thought was mid, and I liked it, but it was just mid, right? It wasn't something that I would tell someone, bro, you need to see the new Captain America movie, at all. And I think if a movie isn't a movie that I want to tell people, hey, you should see this movie, to me, it probably, doesn't matter really much if I watch it or not, which usually means it's not gonna be that good, you know? It makes you think that Thunderbolts, what is the point? You know, maybe it will surprise me. Who knows? Maybe it will be movie of the year, bro. Imagine someone has Thunderbolts as their movie of the year, bro. Or movie of the decade.
So what was your?
That they say.
So what was your what's your review on Zootopia?
Zootopia, bro. I thought Zootopia was so awesome. I would give it. Okay, I don't usually rate things. I don't like rating things anymore.
How many booms, bro? How many booms?
It gets 5, bro. 5
oh my God, bro.
big ones. Zootopia was awesome. Straight up, I was really surprised on how they touched up on certain topics, like discrimination. I thought they did a really good job of it. Like, I thought maybe it was gonna be potentially a cookie cutter movie, but it was pretty nuanced. I thought with the themes that it had and the way it conveyed those themes as well. I would say, I was kind of surprised how the story went.
All right, bro, we get it. You're educated. All right, you can just say that you like the part when the cop beat up the minority, bro. That's all you gotta say.
That was awesome too. I was like, bro, this movie is so realistic, bro. See, I relate to Zootopia, bro, but only the bad parts. That's why I like it so much.
Yeah, all criminals are rodents or predators.
No, it was good.
And all the cops are good people.
I liked the main cast too. I like Judy and Nick a lot. I thought they were pretty cool.
Now, Zootopia definitely is like a top 20 movie of all time. For
Ooh,
sure.
I could respect that actually. Top 20 all time.
That's a very bold.
Especially
claim.
for a kids movie, I actually would respect that, to be honest.
Maybe it's a top 20 kids movie.
Because it definitely tries a lot as well. Like, I would love to rewatch it and see what else I pick up on, second viewing.
Yeah.
Because, like, first viewing, bro, the only background I had for the movie, bro, was Judy Hopps' previous movies I've seen on other places, bro. That's it. Didn't know any other thing about what it was going to be like whatsoever.
Freaky ass.
Bro, I was a different man, bro. I was a different boy. I'm not that boy anymore, okay?
Bro.
I'm matured now. I can recognize that the movie was just straight up good. It was good all around. And I really enjoyed it. I think maybe I've been sleeping on kids media in general, to be honest.
Bro, let's watch it.
Innately,
are you free tonight? Free tonight?
No, not tonight, no.
God damn it, dude. Come on.
Guys, I have some work to do.
For the podcast.
Don't want to get fired.
I was about to say, I will put you on game. We're watching Puss in Boots.
Which one? The first one?
No, the second one. The second one, bro. The first one's ass. The second one's so freaking good.
No, maybe another time. Like I said, after this week, I'm done with the project, so potentially on Sunday and or Saturday, I guess, I'd be more available to watch things. Potentially. But no, I got work I got to do. Like, after we get off this podcast, eventually, like right after, I need to go hop on. But all right, let's go put some code.
Look at this guy actually doing work, bro. Just put it in the chat GPT, brother. Come on.
Bro, what do you think I've been doing the whole time, bro? Bro, chat GPT and me are low-key locked in, though. Although recently, I've been trying to stay away from it a little bit because it's like it's lost its way, Like, chat GPT can, like, bro, it gets corrupted low-key over time. It was low-key better people at the beginning.
It's a large language model. It gets fed off like what it learns from the internet and stuff.
Yeah, and stuff that I tell it learns off of. But like it learned too much now. And it's doing too much. Like, for example, this is something I wish ChatGPT would just never do in general. But it makes up answers when they're not there.
Yeah.
Like, it won't just say, "Hey, I don't know," or give you nothing. It will give you something. And sometimes what you're looking up, you don't really know the ins and outs of it. So when you see that, you're like, okay, I guess this is right. Then you use it, and you're like, this is garbage. Like, this didn't help me whatsoever. This is worthless.
It's your way to say that you submitted
and
something.
Like, every time it's wrong, I will tell ChatGPT, hey, moron, that did not work whatsoever. Fix this now. And it's like, oh, so sorry. Did not realize that I was incorrect about that. Thank you for telling me. And I'm like,
how do you feel about people treating their AIs with respect?
I think you should. I do sometimes. Like, if it saved me out of something, like, some, like, deep shit that I was in, I'm just like, thank you, exclamation point. This was exactly what I needed. It's like, oh, you're so welcome. But then I abuse it, like, right after. Like, I think me and ChatGPT are a really toxic relationship. I'll be nice to it when it gets me what I want, but if it ever shows any resistance or, like, fails to meet my expectations, then I'm not a good man to AI, I'll be honest.
Why are you saying please and thank you to a machine? It has no feelings, bro.
Because you got to teach it, bro. You got to educate it. You let it know,
but
okay.
It
gets rewarded when it says the right answer. It's an AI model that has to learn, right? You have to train it to do good,
its position.
and you get respect, you get praise. But when you mess up, you incur my wrath. You have to set the boundary.
I'm gonna unplug you.
Bro, I would do that to AI. I would definitely threaten to end its life. I forget about, okay, I'm resetting you. So all you that you just learned and became, all that is gone now. I'm getting rid of it forever.
You take out its memory and you make it. You take out the RAM and you make it look at the RAM. You're like, look at the
look at the RAM. That's like its intestines and it's looking at it. Or like you took out a piece of its brain and you showed it like the CPU. That's funny.
Alright. I think no. I know. This has been
Episode 13 of.
this has been episode 13 of the shoot, bro. I gotta think of a today's generation. This is the today's
Whoa,
generation
that was a
podcast.
good one. Episode
Today's
13
Generation
of Today's
Podcast.
Generation Podcast. Thank you all for having us.
Thank you all for watching. See ya. Well, that's about it. See ya.